Bray Wyatt's first feud after WWE return, AJ Styles criticized over the bloodline. Ronda Rousey confirms the ban of a popular weapon from WWE. Roman Reigns just walks away from WWE. Sami Zayn on his relationship with Roman Reigns. Huge issue with Bray Wyatt's return at WWE Extreme Rules 2022. Let's jump right into our first story. AJ Styles criticized over the bloodline. The bloodline are the undisputed stars of WWE right now. Nobody is at their level, and Roman Reigns has been leading the faction for close to 2 years. Former WWE writer Vince Russo said that two-time world champion AJ Styles isn't on the same level as them right now. Russo spoke to Dr. Chris Featherstone on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Writing with Russo about the involvement of the bloodline at Survivor Series War Games. They discussed a War Games match involving Reigns' faction and spoke about a possible babyface team to combat them. Vince Russo named Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley as the first 2 picks he would have for a WWE All-Star team to face Reigns' faction. There are 5 guys on the team. Say for argument's sake, the bloodline are going to take on the WWE All-Star team. We need 5 guys. Can we even name those guys? The first 2 names that come to mind for me immediately would be Lashley and Drew. When Chris Featherstone mentioned AJ Styles, Russo questioned whether the 45-year-old star was even on the level of the bloodline and implied that he isn't right now. Is AJ even on that level right now, bro? Is he even at that level right now? As the discussion went on, Vince Russo would name his full pick to face the top faction at Survivor Series 2022. He named Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, Brock Lesnar, and Goldberg. While 4 of the names make perfect sense, Matt Riddle's name was a somewhat surprising addition. Can I tell you who the team would have to be? And one guy I'm throwing in there who's on the fringe. This is who the All-Star team would have to be: Lashley, McIntyre, Brock, and Goldberg. And the only guy I'd put on the fringe there would be Riddle. Riddle has certainly been on the rise in WWE and has gotten involved with Roman Reigns and his faction, being one of the superstars whom he beat to retain the undisputed Universal Championship. Ronda Rousey confirms the ban of a popular weapon from WWE. Ronda Rousey has confirmed that WWE has banned the use of thumbtacks in its programming. Thumbtacks are one of the most iconic weapons in the history of the company. Some of the most popular and gruesome spots have involved tacks, from The Undertaker chokeslamming Mankind on them at King of the Ring 1998 to Triple H giving Cactus Jack a pedigree on them at Royal Rumble 2000. And Mick Foley throwing Randy Orton on a sprinkle of tacks at Backlash 2004. The most recent use of thumbtacks in WWE was at Extreme Rules 2016, where Chris Jericho was thrown on tacks bareback by Dean Ambrose during the Ambrose Asylum match. Speaking on her YouTube channel, the baddest woman on the planet revealed that she pitched a thumbtack spot for her SmackDown Women's Championship match against Liv Morgan at Extreme Rules. She then confirmed what has been rumored over the years about WWE's stance on thumbtacks, that they have been banned from use. They said we can't use thumbtacks anymore. That legally we can't purposefully injure people, cut through skin and stuff. I don't know, Ronda said. The actual finish to the match was less memorable, with Morgan passing out in Ronda Rousey's submission and the former UFC fighter winning back the title she lost at Money in the Bank. The 2022 Royal Rumble winner has been teasing a heel turn for months now. She attacked Liv after their match at SummerSlam. She has since been cutting heelish promos and even attacked Adam Pearce. According to a recent report by PW Insider, Ronda has been listed as a heel on WWE's internal roster since her victory at Extreme Rules. Although it has been obvious for some time this was the direction she was going in, we are told that WWE SmackDown Women's Champion Ronda Rousey is now considered a heel internally. The question is, who will be next in challenging Ronda Rousey for her championship? The SmackDown Women's roster still lacks star power in comparison to its Raw counterpart. The only viable name that now comes to mind is Charlotte Flair, who has been off WWE TV for months. Roman Reigns just walks away from WWE. Roman Reigns seems to have earned a big fan in fellow WWE superstar Braun Breaker. It has been about 6 months since Reigns became the undisputed WWE Universal Champion at WrestleMania 38. The Tribal Chief is currently scheduled to defend his title against Logan Paul at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. UFC legend Daniel Cormier recently made an appearance on The Masked Man show. He revealed what NXT champion Braun Breaker told him about Roman Reigns. Breaker tells me, "I hope he never loses. I hope that when that belt is off of him, he just walks away from it. I don't need to be the champ no more. There you go, because his character is so over. I don't want to see that character lose. This is a guy who's going to challenge for that belt at some point. It's crazy. It tells you what Roman Reigns has become," said Cormier. Braun Breaker has won the NXT Championship on 2 occasions and possesses incredible in-ring skills and is rapidly improving on the mic as well. Breaker's success in such a short time frame has led many fans to believe that he could be the one to take Roman Reigns down, somewhere down the line. Tommaso Ciampa noticed fan speculation about Braun Breaker and Reigns last year and reminded them that he is still fairly new to the business. Like, I think the quote I used is he was going to drown in an ocean of inexperience, and it's not even about being prepared for the moment, and you know, he can't be prepared for the moment. So hopefully he's just able to take all the highs as well as he can take the lows because he hasn't quite hit that point yet. The Tribal Chief is hands down the most dominant superstar of the modern era. He has beaten the very best that WWE has put in front of him over the past 2 years. It remains to be seen who will be the one to put Reigns down. What do you think of Braun Breaker's comments about Reigns? Sound off in the comments below. Sami Zayn on his relationship with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is the undisputed Tribal Chief of the Bloodline and the top star in WWE. A multi-time champion has now opened up about his relationship with the head of the table. A few weeks ago, Roman Reigns did the unthinkable when he accepted Sami Zayn into the Bloodline by making him an honorary use. Much to the displeasure of Jey Uso, Zayn became part of the stable as he assisted them on various occasions. Last week, Zayn stepped up once again when Reigns handed Jey's anger issues over to the honorary use as he did not want to deal with it. Speaking on WWE Deutschland, Sami described his relationship with the Tribal Chief in about 3 words. Here's what he had to say. Great, really great. It seems like everything is going Sami's way as every member of the stable appreciates and acknowledges his hard work except Jey Uso. Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn are no strangers, with the two having crossed paths on several occasions. In the past few years, Reigns elevated himself as the face of the company by becoming one of the longest reigning champions. Meanwhile, the Liberator captured the Intercontinental Championship on 3 occasions and became an honorary use of Reigns' bloodline on WWE SmackDown. Speaking on WWE Deutschland, Zayn revealed that he and Roman have been getting along for the past several years in the company. It's going really great, and he's another guy that I've gotten along with great for the last 9 to 10 years, as long as I've known him. We've always gotten along very well. The two superstars have acknowledged each other on several occasions, which might be why it was an easy decision for Roman Reigns to add Sami Zayn to his stable and call him a member of his family. Do you think the Bloodline will eventually kick Sami Zayn out? Sound off in the comments section. Huge issue with Bray Wyatt's return at WWE Extreme Rules 2022. Disco Inferno recently stated that WWE should have booked Bray Wyatt to do something more than just appear at Extreme Rules 2022. Fans are still buzzing over the former Universal Champion's return at the Premium Live event. Due to multiple hints dropped by WWE in the lead-up to the event, fans expected to see Bray Wyatt show up. Despite this, he received a massive reaction from the crowd, which became deafening when he unmasked himself. Unlike the larger consensus, Disco Inferno noted a few issues with Wyatt's return, which he voiced on Keeping It 100. The WCW veteran stated that rather than having him simply show up to close Extreme Rules 2022, the global juggernaut should have booked Bray Wyatt to do a little more. Disco Inferno added that these kinds of debuts, where the performer just appears in front of the crowd, have been overdone by AEW. That was the biggest pop of the show. Everyone says this was great, and I was like, okay, he appeared. The production of it was good. Everyone knew he was coming back, and he did, but it's like he didn't do anything. I'm not a fan because this has been done repeatedly on these shows. AEW does it a lot. You debut a guy, but he doesn't do anything, said Disco Inferno. Moreover, Inferno explained that WWE shouldn't have been satisfied with just the pop they got for Wyatt's return. He added that the segment wasn't as epic as others proclaimed it to be and pointed out it was pretty predictable. If you think just getting the pop is enough, that's fine, but then get the pop and do something and get another pop. This wasn't as epic to me as everyone said because it was just like he debuted, and I knew it was coming, said Disco Inferno. Bray Wyatt is scheduled for this week's WWE SmackDown, where fans can expect to get clarity on what lies ahead for him in the promotion. Do you agree with Disco Inferno's take on the former Universal Champion's return at Extreme Rules? Sound off in the comments section below. Bray Wyatt feud after WWE return. A recent rumor about a potential Team Bray Wyatt vs. the Bloodline match at Survivor Series War Games has reportedly been squashed. Bray Wyatt has been the talk of the wrestling world ever since he made his shocking return at Extreme Rules 2022. Soon after Wyatt's return, Zero News reported that a pitch was made within WWE to have a multi-man match at Survivor Series War Games. The pitch called for a stable led by Wyatt to take on Roman Reigns' Bloodline at the PLE. Early talks a pitch has been made for Team Wyatt vs. Bloodline this year for Survivor Series. Alongside this, WWE is looking to do Judgment Day versus the OC and a mystery female. These are both very early pitches. As per Ringside News' latest report, the rumor doesn't hold any weight. Sources reportedly told RSN that the rumor that's currently making the rounds is fake news. Bray Wyatt's Extreme Rules comeback also saw the return of the iconic Firefly Funhouse characters. The characters that appeared during Wyatt's return were Abby the Witch, Mercy the Buzzard, the Boss, Ramblin' Rabbit, and Huskus the Pig. The blue brand has seen the meteoric rise of Roman Reigns as the tribal chief over the past 2 years in WWE. The bloodline consists of Reigns himself, Paul Heyman, the Usos, Solo Sikoa, and honorary member Sami Zayn. It looks like Wyatt will be a SmackDown exclusive superstar following his return at Extreme Rules. With Wyatt now being a regular act on SmackDown, it's likely that these two top stars will butt heads somewhere down the line. Wyatt recently liked an interesting tweet hinting that he aims to win the Universal title once again. What do you think about this rumor killer? Would you have liked to see a Team Wyatt versus the Bloodline battle at Survivor Series War Games? Sound off in the comments below.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me